Generic greetings! Previously, we redid everything that we sorted out in the first episode. We pulled up the ore processing, the copper processing, the coal processing, and the entire smelting line. But what we have now is a very nice, very usable, and workable solution. As you can see, we've got some, actually quite a lot of iron plates coming off the line there. What I'm going to do is just put some ammo in the queue for me. And we've got some copper as well. On equal amounts, we've got 6 smelters of each, and people say this is quite good, although there's been a couple of comments changed about how we could have done things differently. And yes, I'm sure there's 20 different ways of doing this, and that's one of the great things about Factorio, that yes, there are multiple ways of doing everything, and that's sort of the point, isn't it? You know, it's a game. I wouldn't call it about creativity, because it's making a factory. It's not as if you're making nice buildings or anything, but everything changes. Anyway. Yeah, we could have done things differently, but overall people seem to be happy with what we have done. I also asked, what do you want to do for the production line? What we're going to be doing in this episode is automating the creation of Science Pack 1, because it's the overall goal, as I've mentioned before, is to build and launch a rocket, which is this thing here. However, as you can see, it takes some time to get there. Many, many, many times. But, and this is the big problem here, in order to get there, we need to produce science packs. Not just for the research, but for the things you need. It's a good thing, actually. It's sort of setting you up for the future when you're producing science packs. If you start making science packs, if you automate science packs, then you can't go far wrong. So to do that, to make science pack 1s, we do need to clear an area. And I did say, where do you want to clear? And this has been the area that people have mentioned that they want to be cleared. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm just going to rip all of this up. And again, while I'm waiting for that, I will put probably some things in the queue. So we want belts in the queue. There we go. That'll do that quite nicely. And then we will get that sorted. We want to probably brick off this entire left-hand side here to make sure that is very defendable, because at the moment it ain't. And we need to clear this area around this point. Actually, what's that? Is that sorts of coal? So I'm going to pull that up, and we will get... we actually got a fair amount of coal there. What I'll do, I'll probably make an iron chest. I'll make 2 iron chests, so I can have this come down. And then we want... I guess we could just use burner inserters because they're coal anyway, and do that, and then store coal. It just means we don't have to keep the coal in our pockets. There we go. I'm just putting some more science in there, more science packs. Right. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull the copper and iron down, and we're going to start automating around this area. Now, I know people said also as well we could have done it on this left-hand side, but that's not as defendable, whereas this is quite defendable because you've got a big lump of water. So all of this cleared should be enough for our factory needs, so that is good. Let me just pull this up, like so. Actually, it'll take quite a while to do that. What I do want to do instead is make sure that I've got a gun there. So I now got a gun. I now got my submachine gun with 20 ammos. And I've got some iron armor, which is sorted. And what else do we need? Actually, what I want to do is get a radar, because I need to start expanding this map to see where the nearest beasties are, because that's generally where the attack will come from that side where the nearest beasties are. They will come towards me because I have... well, I've got a lot of pollution going now, so yeah, that's something we need to sort. Right, what I'm going to do is put, I don't know, loads of iron gear wheels, loads of electronic circuits in the queue while I pull this down. And this is going to take quite a bit. Other comments that people have mentioned is to do with the thing on the left-hand side, all of the... what are they called? Steam engines that I've put in, and saying that what we could do instead is have them actually there and have them up the top, and it means we can then have this area for like extra building space. That's not a bad plan. In fact, if I was to redo it, I would probably do just that, because this is a... Damn it, we've run out of that, so we need to make... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build, just say 5 iron axes, and I'm going to say cancel, 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 and then just build me 5 iron axes, please. I do need a steel axe. You can get a steel axe, but oh god, look how long that takes. Right. Yes, anyway, if I was going to redo this entire thing, I would probably put these steam engines there, have them connected from up there, and have them along there, and then all of this will be factory. And I'll probably end up doing that anyway. Remember that as I did mention that there's a lot of things that I think we'll end up redoing and such, and that's just how it's going to be. Anyway, I'm trying to clear all these trees. There is an easier way to clear it, and that's with explosives or actually getting a vehicle and then driving over it. But since we don't have either of those things, we're going to have to do it the Mark 1 way, the manual way, and just hit it with a blunt weapon. Actually, it's a sharp weapon. It's an axe, isn't it? Although we could hit it with a blunt weapon. We can use our head or wit, one of the two. Right, get this sorted, and we will be able to put our production line in. I don't need to clear the entire area, by the way. It's not going to be 15 minutes of me clearing the entire forest. I think that should probably do it, because the first production line is going to go here. So let us crack on. Science Pack 1 requires copper plates and iron gear wheels. To make iron gear wheels, we need to have iron. So pretty much bring the iron down and then put it onto a production line, now that I think of it, about here. So I'm going to have to pull up that radar. That was only a temporary. All the radar and the radar and stuff is a temporary thing, so that can go there. In fact, I'm not going to put it there because you know what? We're going to end up running that line down anyway. We'll put the radar in the center, and then this we can pull up, and this is our lab. Again, very, very temporary thing, this, where that's where going, so we'll put that there. So what we'll do, we'll pull this line down, and we'll start building. So I want to have it go. What I want to do is actually turn these off now. I want to have them go off this side. Actually, no, we'll have it a little bit more there. Then off to this side a bit, and then down. Alright, so there we go. And then we want to start making, I think from about there onwards. It's going to be quite compact, this factory. I don't really want to waste a lot of space, even though I probably already have done. I want to make some more assembly machines. There we are. So that's going to come down, and then these inserters are going to go into there, which will then produce iron gear wheels. 2, 3. Okay, we'll produce 3 for now. Or do we want to, knowing that we are probably going to need more of these, should we produce more? That is the question, isn't it? And have that many. I think we should. I think we should, if we're going to do something, we should overdo it. But playing this game, as I've mentioned before, is like cooking pasta or spaghetti. Think about how much you actually need. That's step 1. Step 2 is get it wrong. So you either make too much or too little. That's my experience anyway. Right. So he's going to be outputting, and we'll be redoing all of the electrical supply, by the way. So that's going to come down, and then onto this. Actually, what we'll do, we'll leave us a gap. I always find it's good to leave a gap in places, because if you, and well, when you, not if, but when you have to redesign something, or you need to just fit something right through, it's easier to have a bit of a gap, because it means you can, mess around with it a bit better. That's just proven just how difficult it is to not supply this thing, but that's how crucial it is that that line doesn't explode. That goes around that way. That's better for my purposes, because it goes around there. Okay, we are now producing iron gear wheels. Excellent. So, what do we need to do now? We need to produce Science Pack 1. So let's produce, I think we'll produce 3. I think we'll have 3 producing for now, and we can always expand it, as I've mentioned, so that's not too bad. And I think we'll produce Science Pack 1s. But actually, where are we going to have our factory? That's the main... Oh, sorry, where are we going to have our labs? That is the main question. I think a row of labs should be probably here. If our row of labs here, waterfront labs. That's what, oh, well, if they're going to be called waterfront labs, then it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? Right. So what I'm going to do is run up the top. I'm going to pick up this lab, And then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And the reason I'm going to do that, actually, I'm not going to produce 5 more, because that would be just silly, because it's going to take forever. In fact, I'm not even going to produce any, because that would really, really take forever. I just wanted to measure stuff out, but if it's going to take that long, it can do one. Right, so we're going to put the burners in there, because we don't need them. We will pull, where is it? Them together. And we don't need to have them on the bar. We do need to have that on the bar. Right. So if we have the start of our labs there. All right. Actually, no, not a good plan. Probably there. Because in the center, we will have 2 of these. And the reason we have 2 is because eventually you will need to produce a total of 4 science packs. You've got science pack 1, 2, and 3, and then alien science pack, which some people call science pack 4. It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that you have a total of 4 science packs. And the problem that you will face is getting them into this automatically. If I didn't have 2 lines and I just had the 1, then that would be an issue. So on one line we'll have, say, Science Pack 1 and 2, on the other one 3 and the Alien. So that'll do us quite nicely. So these are the iron gear wheels that are going to come off. And what I'll do is I'll pull them right down like so. But then what I want to do is have, I think probably 1... I'm going to have to break the line, 2, and then 3. No, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Have that like so. And then we will rip this up, and we need to produce a splitter. Now, what that does, it's run seal. It does what it says on the tin, right? It will split the line. So, for example, if I do that, it will take whatever's on this and split it over that side. You can actually use them to combine things as well, so it's very, very good. Let's just bring this round, and the reason I'm doing that is actually because I want to produce... I want to produce even more transport belts. There we go. Let me just press map and see. We have not found any beasties yet. This is the visible area. This is the one that's getting scanned out. So there we go. I want to produce these. I want to have a line like so. This is going to be where we have our inserters. And like I said, this one here, all of these are going to produce Science Pack 1s. So, Science Pack 1s, as we can see, requires copper plate and iron gear wheel. So that is quite easy to do. So, no. It's very important that we have it like that, because we need to have them on 2 sides. So as you can see, they're now going on the sides, right? And that's important, because on the other side, here, we need to bring in copper. Sadly, the copper supply is fecking miles away. But, if I'm honest, it's not really going to stop us, because we're going to have to move it down anyway, so we might as well do it now. So, we'll bring the copper supply down, and actually we're going to have to rip that up and redo all of this. Let's just put this radar station completely out of the way, although I have a feeling that regardless where I put it, it's going to be in the way. It just feels like one of those items. It's one of those days where it doesn't matter what you're going to do, it's going to be wrong. Right, bring this along. And then into here. And then what we need... Actually, I shouldn't have started production of them. Cancel that. We need a underground belt. Now, underground belt are, again, what they say on the tin. They bring things underground. So stuff goes in there and it comes out there. Job done. So, that is fine. We will have actually another one of them, because they are useful for hiding things. We're going to come out there. And then we're going to have another splitter. Alright, there's another split. I built the wrong thing. There's a splitter. There we are. There's a splitter. And then we wanted to, actually, even better plan, put a splitter... How we're going to do this. I know how we're going to do this. This is the plan. There. Round and round. Okay. And then we want underground belt there. And underground belt there, and then exit there, into there. This one, we will have a splitter like so. Connect this up, and then like that. So what's going to happen is the copper plates are going to come down, split up, because obviously we want some of them going to the other stuff around here. In here, it will go on the other side of the belt, which will then take it up to this side. Then that on one belt, we have both iron gear wheels and copper plates, which is required for the Science Pack 1s. We will then have these putting out to there, and then there. We need to rip up this line for a moment. We also probably need to think about actually powering these things up. So 1 and then 2. Again, the entire... Once we get more advanced electronics, these will all change. So they are producing the science packs. This is a good thing. They then need to go down... Actually, we'll bring them up. And then around... And then back to... Hang on, we need to make more transport belts. I'm actually doing the the old trick with... I'm doing the old trick you used to do with Roller Coaster Tycoon, is if you want more people queuing, you can do that, and then you get like a bit of a backlog. Actually, that's completely wrong. That's not what I wanted at all. I wanted that. So it goes on that side. Job done. We're now producing Science Pack 1s automatically. That is now connected up. This is a good thing. And just immediately, as soon as we do that, we finish our research. Let's just have a quick look. So we've now finished, in total, we've got automation for this research, electronics, logistics, turrets, stone walls, military, and armor. We would like a lot of these other things. Lab efficiency will be quite nice. We would like optics, which will eventually give us solar panels and lasers and lamps, which I know people have been mentioning again. Please put the lamps in. Yes, I'll go and do that. But it's sort of a cosmetic thing, because I can see in the dark and... doesn't really matter at the moment. I'd rather get other things going. This gives us assembly machine 2. I don't think we'll bother with that. Actually, you know what? I think I will go for optics, because it's very, very cheap, and we will get solar energy at some point, and we get lights as well. So, there we go. That has automated our Science Pack 1s. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. That was actually quite easy. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of a break from building a lot of things we've been doing, because what I want to do really is start thinking about walling this left-hand side up and making some gun turrets like them ones there. So let's crack on with that. I just need checking in my pocket. I haven't got what I want. What I want to do is go up to here. Now, what you generally do at the end, on the end of every production line, you have these. See, I've got these boxes. These boxes were originally taking overflow. See, these ones are not taking overflow. They're actually not doing it right. What I'm going to do, I actually like keep them placed, but rotate them round. It's always a good idea to keep them placed. It's a bit of a tip. Keep them placed, but rotate them round, because you can actually just mouse over anything and just press R and it rotates it round, you see. Now, the reason you do that is if you might forget what this actually does. Like, I know that that's taking overflow onto these boxes. Normally, you put it on the end of the line, though, because when it's on the end of the line, you are just getting the overflow, whereas I'm actually taking off the start, which overall reduces the output at right at the start, which means the factory can slow down, so it's not a great thing. Actually, what I'm going to do as well, while I'm over here, I'm going to build a couple more inserters. I don't know why I built 10 of them. I just needed 1. Nothing exceeds like excess. Let's bring these across like so. As you can see, we've got a nice amount here. We're going to put another lab in right next to it. There's no gappage required. And then we'll put another inserter. And now we've got double the speed. Excellent. So, wallage, we do have several walls. So what we want to do is wall this area up. And I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to bring a wall down from, I think, there. And this is going to be our wall all the way to the top. And that is our wall. And we want to at least double thickness every wall. I'm actually going to go ideally for a triple thickness. Let's go for... See, this is good now. Let's go for steel processing. I'm going to go for ideally a double thickness wall. Actually, I think, yeah, double thickness will be fine. I don't think triple thickness at this point is really required. What is required, however, are gun turrets. So let's just pull these up. Like so. There's that sorted. And I want to make some gun turrets. I can make a total of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think should do us quite nicely. What I'm going to do, though, I'm not going to just weight. I think, by the way, I have pretty much convinced myself that I am going to rip up this entire area and move it up the top when we need to. What I'm going to do is, you can see all these are requiring iron gear wheels. Now, this is why you have a nice production line like this. You just go and press F, and you pick up every single one. Because we're producing so much, it doesn't really matter. And now we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, lots of gun turrets, 5 gun turrets, and we pretty much sorted. And there's more research done. Now, there's electric energy distribution 1. Which gives us medium electric poles, which are longer ranged, and they have a bigger footprint. So we want them as well. But, as you can see, go back to it, it sadly it uses science pack 2s, so we'll have to sort that out, and we'll do that in a moment. But there's also logistics, which gives us a nice little buggy and a railway. Oh, we can get these are ones allows you to get, and this is the circuit network. We're not going to bother with that too. We'll research that one, which is automation 2, which gives us assembly machine 2s. They're just a bit faster. So gun turrets are quite good because they shoot stuff, and that is, well, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what the spacing of this is going to be, but I have a feeling that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that'll probably be about right. Actually, what we'll do, we know we want to put one there, and then we'll put one. We want it about equal spacing. But I say about equal spacing because that should probably do it, although I have a feeling that we need to really put one there to get it about right. I know it's not equal, but yeah, it's fine. Right, so we now have these in, and I'm going to make a lot of regular magazines, which actually takes a lot to produce. It takes quite a while, so I think we do need a bullet factory. I'm going to put in each one of these, I'm going to put 12 ammos. And they are now ammoed up, which means that anything that tries to come here will get shot to hell. And that is a good thing from our point of view, because everything that comes here is not delivering the mail. It is trying to kick our ass, and we don't want that. I mean, to be fair, I believe the story is we've crash landed here and we have to get off, or maybe we're exploring it. I don't know. I don't know if the story's changed or whatever. But either way, we're producing pollution, and they don't like it. And you can sort of understand it because, we are the invaders and stuff, but we go full on Starship Troopers and kill them all anyway because that's how you get alien science packs, so, spoiler alert. Right. So, as you can see, factories around here, this is a nice defensive, this is one of the reasons why I picked this map, because we wall that side off, job done. To wall the top off is going to be a bit more of a task. What we'll probably do is build a wall from there up to there, and then just build a manual wall around. And that, however, is going to take some amount of time. But that's a future us problem. There we go. As I said, just going around with the gun turrets and putting some ammo in. I'm just making some more. I could do an automated factory for that, and I think we probably will eventually. But for now, this is okay. So actually, while they are producing, I'll just put some more in the queue. I might as well go over to this side and start pulling some more trees up. So we need to start thinking about producing some more science packs, specifically Science Pack 2. And while I actually pull these trees, I'm going to have a sip of beverage. Today's beverage is Grapefruit. Oh, it's really cheap as well. But I found that if you go to certain supermarkets, I'm not going to name the actual supermarket, but I found this in at least 2 supermarkets, that you can go to the sort of fruit juicy aisle or milk aisle or whatever, just the beverages aisle. And you can get fruit juice in there, and it's generally expensive fruit juice, and it'll cost you, say, sort of £2 upwards for a litre of grapefruit juice. But if you go where the alcoholic beverages are, you get the mixer stuff, which is things like cranberry juice and orange juice and apple juice, and actually grapefruit juice, because it's used for mixers, and because of that, it's supposed to be not as good quality. I, however, have done scientific testing on this one and bought one of each and found that it really doesn't make any difference what you get. They taste pretty much the same. So I would rather pay 40 pence for a litre of it in one carton rather than $2.50 or whatever onwards to get some more expensive premium stuff. So yeah, bit of a top tip there for anyone that likes their cold beverages and fruit juices. Don't know why we got on that. I just think I needed something to talk about while I chop some trees down. Right, so we now have all of the gun turrets sorted. We will start doing the same thing over the right-hand side as well, because then we know for a fact that we're safe on both sides, and that's a good thing. But I think what we need to do now is actually fill these up with coal. The factory isn't totally automated. There are, you know, things that I have to manually do, but I actually could easily automate these. Not automate them. I don't think there's a true way of fully automating these, but what I'm going to do, let's have some wooden boxes. There we go. There are 2 wooden boxes, and then we will use burner inserters. The reason we'll use burner inserters is because we don't have to reroute any electrical lines, and it means that they'll feed themselves and then feed that. That's fine. Go over to here and then pick up as much of this as we really can. I really wish there was like automated sort. There we go. You can actually select them like that, I guess, to be fair. Actually, no, that's cancelling. I wish there was an automated sort, so when you pick stuff up in your character, it automatically sorts everything to the top left, so it shrinks it down, whereas in this, it does not. Bit annoying. Anyway, what we'll do now is put this coal in there, and then that's pretty much called out for the remainder of the game. What we need now as well is a legacy box. I call it a legacy box. All it is a box in the middle of nowhere for no other reason than you need to dump stuff in it, and that is our legacy box. Actually, no, what we'll do, we will put our legacy box in a place where we're not going to develop it, and I don't think we will develop on this side, so let me pull that up. I'm going to put my legacy box there, right on the edge of the water, and it basically means we can say put all that in there, put that in there, put that in there, because we're not going to use these things. So there you go, that's our legacy box. Right, there's that sorted. Let's start thinking about, actually we've just done a bit more research, so what else can we do? We don't have to do research, you know, a lot of people think, oh, just keep it going, keep it going. No, sometimes it's best to wait. That's some heavy armor. I am going to research heavy armor, that is very important. Let's pick all of this up and get the production going. I know a couple of people have mentioned already that this line here is... sorry, when I mentioned I was going to do this, people saying, oh, it's not that great because what you need to do is at the end, you need to have boxes and stuff to pull these off. I don't really like that. Later on, yes, what you do is you pretty much rip up all of your lines and you have just separate factories and you have the logistical network, but we're not going to do that. Well, we will do, but that's a future us problem. So, we have bullets. Let's make more bullets. And we need to think about producing Science Pack 2. That requires inserters and transport belts. Ooh, that's a little bit advanced. So what we need to do now is go to our production and produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Let's just produce loads of assembly machines because we're going to need them all. There we go. So what do we need for both of these? Well, I'm already sort of aware what you need. Transport belts. You need iron gear wheels and iron plates, I believe. Yes, there you go. And to produce inserters, you need... I'm just going to go off memory here before mousing over it. I think you need iron plates, electrical circuits, and iron gear wheels apparently as well. Close enough. So, electrical circuits, you also need copper cable. Right, so what we need to do is have a copper cable factory, and the copper cable factory is going to be here. So, we want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and the reason I've got 6 is that you can never, ever have enough copper cable. Doesn't matter what you do in this game, you will always need more copper cable. It's just the law of the game. So, we're producing more of them. We need to think about how we're going to run this, though. This is very important because if I have all of these 6 on one line, it will break the line. You just won't have enough. It's not fast enough to take it off. So we need to think about how we're going to connect these up. The copper's going to come down here. And actually, what I could probably do is go from there. So we'll pull that up and we'll say, build me a splitter, 1 unit of. And then we'll split it up there on that side. And we will say, hang on, where's the splitter? Split it there. And then do that. And again, while I'm waiting, I will say, put loads of transport belts in the queue because we're going to need this. These are going to come to this side. And then... down here. Okay. And then I think we'll have some underground belts. Because they're always useful. And it means that they just don't take as much room. So there is our underground belt to there. And then we want... actually, no, we're going to have to pull that up a little bit further and put it to there. And then we want a splitter again. And then we'll have the lines going along there. And the lines going along there. Alright. Inserters. And we've run out of them. So, let me just have a splitter there. Okay, there's that. So each one of these is going to produce copper cables. Alright, there we are. More cable, just press M. Currently no beasties, this is good. So, these are going to produce copper cables. What I then want to do is probably bring them back to... Ooh, do I want to bring them to the centre or not? It's very important here, like what we do, because whatever I do, I'm pretty much going to get it wrong, I believe. And by the way, the reason I didn't use this one is because I wanted this one to go further forward to fuel the rest of the factory. I knew that later on we're going to need more copper plates anyway, so it's easier to do it that way. Right, so these are going to produce copper cables. They're going to come off and then produce... Well, we do need some electronic circuits. The question is, do we just want to put these copper cables into a box from here and then straight into our assembly machines? I can hear the cries of no. It didn't sound like a good idea when I was saying it as well, so that's one thing. Let me chop some trees down while I have a think. What else can we do? What else can we... Where else can we bring it? Well, the thing is, what else do you use copper cable for? That is the question. What else do you use copper cable for? Copper cable has produced electronic circuits. See, I don't think there's anything else. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once before. But I think most things that you make... Most things that you produce copper cables for, you just then produce electronic circuits. So, in reality, you could have this going straight out. By the way, I'm not using fast inserters. I will upgrade these all to fast inserters later on. But I think the copper cable is primarily used for, even if there's other uses, I think it is primarily just used for making copper cable, so then you can go and produce electronic circuits. So I think it's probably best if I just have a box. And the bonus for doing that, the reason it would be good not having like this, is that we then end up producing a lot of them and they can get stored in here. But also, when we come to do a logistical networks, we can just change these boxes and change these boxes to supply chests, and then it should work out that way. He says, completely unsure of himself. Okay, we will see what happens. I've actually ran out of iron by the look of it, so I'm going to have to go here. And actually, no, I'm going to go to the line and produce all of these. Yes, I know I should have a box at the end to pick up the spares, but I haven't. I'll do that later. As I said, I can't really produce everything in the most efficient way possible. I just have to do my best. So let's just pick all of that. There we go. Right. More inserters. So these are then going to output onto this. Okay. Which is going to be a production line. I don't think that's going to work. We might have to split it off and change it, but we'll see how it goes. And these are going to produce electronic circuits. Okay, there we go. Job done. So they're going to produce copper cables. Oh, actually, I think I've already messed up. I have messed up, haven't I? Yes, you need iron plates for them. Damn it, I thought I'd done something wrong. I thought it couldn't just be as simple as that. Ah, damn and blast. Right, okay. So I need iron plate, do I? How the hell am I going to bring iron plate from over there? Well, it's blatantly going to be from there. We'll pull that up, and then we will make 1 unit of splitter. And then we will pull this down, and probably through here. Oh my good grief, it's going to be a nightmare. And there's some research done. What else can we research that's going to only cost... What's going to only be red science packs? Pretty much nothing now, is it? It's going to be things like bullet damage. Do we really care? Yes, we sort of do. Not really, but there's nothing else to research at the moment. We might as well have something going. So, this is problematic. What we need to do is get this over there. Actually, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to pull up all of this. Not all of it, actually. That's not true. We don't want all of it. We want... Pull that up, because that's not doing anything anymore. I said in the last episode that, we'll put that there, it'll be fine. Yeah, it's not fine. We'll put a underground belt. It's already starting to get messy, which we knew it was going to get messy. I definitely knew it was going to get messy. Just didn't think it would be messy right at this point. Ah, well, c'est la vie. Right, so there's that. This one will then run that. Yeah, that way. Oh, yeah, let's not pull that up. That seems quite vital to the cause. Otherwise, everything breaks. Right, we'll pull this down that way, and then this will be our underground belt system here. Again, very similar to the copper. But it will go... there, maybe? Oh, cancel them ones. Wrong ones. Okay. Iron and copper. There we go. And we could connect them onto the same belt. So, I'm going to have to redo this bottom row, I think. So these are producing copper. So what I'll do, I will have to pull these up. It's a shame because I think that was a good idea what I had. Is there a way to salvage this? Yes, there is. There is a way to salvage this. That is fine. And that is fine. What is not fine is the way I've done everything. No, what is not fine is how we get the iron and stuff off. So if we assume, perhaps wrongly, we're going to have to think a little bit further ahead now. But we're going to have to think several moves ahead. If we're producing from here electronic circuits, what do we need electronic circuits for? Inserters. So if we have our inserters, our production of inserters here, okay? So if we say inserter production goes here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our inserter production. I don't think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think we need any more than... I don't even think we need 5, but we'll go with 5 for now. We'll go with 5. And this goes like so, right, straight across. I know that actually we'll need a lot more. We'll probably need a lot more... probably need a lot more of this stuff anyway. I think we will need a lot more electronic circuits, but we'll see. So these are producing our inserters. Hang on, inserters. Find them in a second. Inserter. Inserter, 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 and inserters, which cannot be made in these. Ah, okay. So I'll have to pull these up. I thought there was a reason why we had the second ones. 1. So you can produce inserters. Like... there we go. So they produce inserters, which require electronic circuits, iron gear wheel, and iron plate. So, I think the best way of going about this is... we need another 1 more of them, but, you know, I'm just going to put a couple in. Because these will all come in handy. That's a great thing about Factorio. There's very little losses when it comes to producing things. It's only like really the burners and such that you lose out on. So we need inserters. Actually, no. No. I'm going to have them output on this side. Like so. Like that. The output there. And then what happens is they go straight onto that line. Oh no, that's wrong because we don't produce them anymore. We haven't produced them yet. That's wrong. So they'll go out to there. So copper's going to go onto that side. This is going to have to run around like so, and probably there. This will come down to there. Okay, so that goes onto that line, onto this side of the line. These will output onto that side of the line. So we need another line, like so, for this, which we will have underground. So it'll be in there, out there, like so. We'll turn it that way, and then we will, knowing that we'll probably use these iron gear wheels later on, we'll have a splitter here. And that splitter will go there. And then 5 long-handled inserters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Those will then produce the inserters. Okay, so let's just double check this. Electronic circuits, iron gear wheels, iron plates. Iron gear wheels and electronic circuits are all there. Sorry, iron gear wheels and iron plates are there. We just don't have the power. So, what I'm going to do is a small electrical pole and then pretty much connect the entire thing up. Like so. Alright, there's that connected up, and they're all ready to produce. So as soon as I click now, boom, they will start producing, which they have. This one is very similar. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then they start producing, and that is working. Now we might have a problem. In terms of production, we are producing enough electricity, but only just. Yeah. I thought that might be our main problem. We have an issue. We have a power problem. Rather, we have a lack of power problem. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then boilers. So we need, let's produce some more steam engines. Let's go up the top here. And actually, the walls, while we're here, pull up all these walls, or take them out of the box, should I say. And, that's a problem. I'm producing all of this. I'm producing all of this stone, but I'm smelting it all, so I don't have any raw stone, which is used for actually not a lot of things. So I can just do what I'm doing now and just run along the line and press F for a while, and that'll probably do us quite nicely. While I'm doing that, we'll just say more transport belts, please. We need a total of 8 boilers. Got this up. 7 boilers, 8 boilers. Okay, so we now have boilers. So obviously, I said I'm going to change this thing around, right? These steam engines, I'm gonna change it around, and that is still the case. I'm probably going to move these, but for the sake of having this, for the sake of us not running out of electricity, I'm just going to put these in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steam. That's definitely not connected up. Don't know how I carry all them in my pocket. This guy must have the strength of 1,000 oxen. Right, let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's all that connected up. Burners, obviously. And then we want a offshore pump, and then we want some. Hang on, there was pipage as well. So offshore pump goes there, and then an innie, and then an outie. Right. So that has, with very little effort, doubled our electrical production. There you go. These are all producing. And we still haven't sorted this out. So these require iron plate. So what it was going to be, I believe, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this. And then it's an innie. Damn it. And another innie. There we go. The problem with this, the problem with the way I've done it, is that this is efficient. This thing here. There you go. But this is not. Because there's only so much you can produce here. Because them, long handle inserters, there's only one of them in the game. So, let me pull that up. And pull that up because I need a splitter. There's only one of them in the game. And they're only, there's a maximum speed that they have. So, we won't be able to upgrade them. So we might change that later on. We'll be changing a lot of things later on. I've said this several times now. You're probably sick of me saying it, but I just want to reiterate that yes, this is not our final form. Right. Build that into there. And hopefully that is now producing, yes it is, electronic circuits. Actually that works a lot better than I thought it would. And then that is now going to produce, yep it is. That is now producing inserters. Okay, so that is good. Let me just go over here and put half of these science packs just in there because I've got loads of them. So that is producing the inserters. That is going quite well. We now need to think about producing transport belts, which require iron plates and iron gear wheels. To be honest with you, that is quite a simple task because all I really need to do is put another line down here. Split this off, split that off, put it in auto done. No, come off there. Straight run. Oh, yeah, this is easy. Split it off there, run it down, run it across that side. Job done. Yeah, this is going to be, hopefully, a simple task. But we're going to leave it for next episode because we've progressed on quite nicely. I think next episode we'll get that up and running. We'll get Science Pack 2s. We'll start thinking about some more defences. In fact, what I'll do now is I'll probably put some in the queue. I really need some steel plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns, 6 guns, 6, 7 guns, whatever, to start walling that other side off. As always, though, comments in the comments, because next episode, more production. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Damn it, I thought it was going to end on... Yeah, I thought it was going to end on that. Damn it, I was trying to time it, and I fucked it up.